Hi guys, I'm getting you situated. I was about to get ready to make a whole video about politics and current events, and then I realized this possibly is going to be my last video of the year. So I don't want my last video of the year to be a negative one. I want it to be a positive one. So since I do like to talk about movies every once in a while, I thought it would be a great idea to do my opinion of the best movie of 2024, which is The Wild Robot. So before we start talking about the wild robot, I'm not going to do any spoilers. I'm just going to explain part of it. I want to talk about a few other movies that could have possibly in the running for best movie of the year. Well, in my opinion, if you guys know me, I need a little bit of comic relief in a movie to watch it. Like I hear that the Doom movies are great. I don't know how you guys can do it. I fall asleep like right when it turns on. It's impossible for me to stay awake in one of those movies. And obviously, feel free to jot down your favorite movie in the comments below. That's the point of making these videos, so we can all have conversations. And please subscribe if you're not already. I always forget to say that. So first, I just want to give well-deserving flowers to all the scary movies of 2024. I think we did pretty good. I have a list of ones that I think are good. What do I have here? Late Night with the Devil was a really fun treat. It was like, I don't know, I think I just like vintage things. I like the whole 60s and 70s era. It was like an old talk show feeling. You can stream Late Night with the Devil on Hulu. Smile 2 was another good one. I believe you can stream that one on Paramount Plus. And then we also have Abigail. Abigail was another fun one. I'm trying to see. There was also a bunch of silly, stupid ones that were kind of fun, like the Sting. I think it's just Sting. Sting. Sting, The Watchers, those were kind of silly too. That one Netflix movie, it's What's Inside. I'm so stupid. I'll just pop it up here. What's Inside. It had potential to be a really good movie. They just casted really bad actors. And then the ending had like this weird gay feminist meaning that just destroyed the whole movie. But it had potential to be a good movie. If someone else directed it, if they cast different people, if the ending was a little different. Another one that I know is going to be great. I haven't seen it, but The Substance I know is going to be right up my alley. I'm turning 45 in March, guys.
Drink that potion, and you'll never grow even one day older. Don't drink it, and continue to watch yourself rot.
How much is it?
I know if I watched it this year, it would have made like the top tier of my list, but I also know it's going to make my stomach turn a little. And a movie that's going to make my stomach turn and possibly vomit is not going to make my number one, but it's probably possibly number 2 or 3. I just haven't seen it yet. All right, now the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's talk about The Wild Robot. Again, no spoilers. And I just want to preference this video by saying, like, I'm not gay for robots. I'm not a fan of movies that want us to care for AI. And, AIs suddenly have feelings and now we should care for robots. Like, no, like I've seen Terminator, but this one got me. I care about Roz. I almost forgot to ask you guys, how was your Christmas? Christmas just passed. Was it good? I had a great Christmas. All I wanted was a matching sweatsuit so I could work out in the gym without looking like a slob. I feel like a little old lady in her matching jogging suit, but it's just what I wanted. So if you notice me wearing this in all my videos, mind your business. It's my new uniform. It's going to be part of my skin. But for Christmas, I wanted to go to the movies. I have this movie theater like in my town that it's so cute. They show older movies, but they go all out for Christmas. They do a huge Christmas light display outside in the parking lot. And then inside they have a lot of like memorabilia, like Hollywood movie kind of props and stuff. I didn't take a video of the outside in the parking lot with all the vintage lights and stuff. I like vintage lights. I'm more of a vintage lights kind of gal. But anyway, I just wanted to go to the movies because I like vintage lights. I like how they decorate, and I didn't know what movie I was going to see. I was just going to see whatever they were showing. So my opinion and review might be a little biased because I just watched it the other day. It's still fresh in my mind. I was crying the whole time, but they were good tears. It's such a good movie. Going into the movie, I didn't know if it was for kids. I didn't know if it was for adults, but it's really for both. It's literally, you can watch it as an adult and get so much out of it. You can watch it as a child and get so much out of it. It's not one of those movies where it's for kids, and when adults take their kids, there's like a few innuendo jokes that are only for adults. No, it's not one of those. And it's extremely heavy. They have a lot of heavy topics they talk about. And it's kind of morbid. They talk about death, but they do it in a humorous way. And there was no kids crying in the movie. Kids were laughing the whole time. They loved it. Now, the plot is about this robot that is like one of those Tesla robots that are supposed to make your life easier. They help you with laundry, cook, take out the trash. They do errands around the house. Well, one of those robots, I think there was like a shipwreck, like cargo, and this robot, I call her a she. See, I'm already giving this character like gender. The robot's name is Roz, and Roz gets shipwrecked on this island. It's like a forest full of wild animals, and that's all that's on the island. I should probably be more professional and like tell you who the director and everything is. I know he's like kind of a big deal, but with his list, this is the main. Like, I don't really like his resume. This is the one that I think is great. Director of Wild Robot, Chris Sanders. He's a big deal. I'm just an a-hole. Back to the story. Okay, so the robot's only job is, she was programmed just to do tasks. So like her only meaning in life is to help people finish tasks she was told to do. So she's going around to all the wild animals trying to help them, and they are scared of her. They think she's a monster. And the story is really good at showing the circle of life and like the food chain, because she's in the wild. You know, all the animals eat each other. They're not friends with each other either. But kids aren't scared of this. Kids know this. This is a fact. They watch National Geographic. Like they understand that hawks eat, but it's morbid in that way. So without giving too much of the story away, the robot feels out of place. She's trying to learn what the animals are saying and learn their language, because she was only programmed for like humans. And to make a long story short, she finds an egg with a baby ducky. No, it's a baby geese, I think. I think they call baby geese goslings. So it's a baby geese. And you know about birds. Once they hatch, they imprint and they think whoever they see first is their mommy. And to make matters even worse, the baby is like the runt of the litter. So he doesn't have really that good of a chance to make it to winter, because he has to migrate, all that stuff. So the robot has to teach the baby how to eat, how to fly, how to swim, how to do all this stuff that ducks do, but she's not even the duck, she's a robot.
Sometimes to survive, we must become more than we were programmed to be.
There's also a fox that is part of the story and becomes part of the family, which just makes it too cute. The reason why this is such a good movie is it touches on so many important life lessons. Like the first life lesson is how hard it is to be a mother, even if it's not like the baby you had yourself, even if you're adopting or taking care of a family member or someone like that. It just shows that you're just trying your best. You're making it up as you go, and you just hope you don't screw everything up. Well, I mean, some moms want the best for their kids. Other moms are like, who cares? It's just a retarded kid. Hi, Mom. It's a story about family. And there's the lesson of there's the family that you are born into. And there's sometimes the family that you fall into, or that you choose, or that you create. I know it sounds cheesy, corny, and gay, but it really isn't. You get it. And you're like, you're rooting for it. It's like, yeah, I create my own family. And like, I come from an estranged family. None of us talk to each other. So I was spending with the time with the family on Christmas that I chose. And a lot of people get that. It was a perfect Christmas movie for me. There's a lot of life lessons about death. If you lose like a parent, a sibling, or something like that, you know, it's not the end. You can always remember them, but you can still add on to your family. Hey, some people might be happy when a family member passes away. To each their own. But this movie is so cool because it doesn't have any political agenda. There's no woke BS. If anything, it shows you not to play victim. And if you do have a disability, or if you were born with some disadvantages, that you can do anything anyone else can. It just means you have to work a little harder. That's all. Nothing in life is guaranteed, and nothing is just handed to you. It shows that you also might have to work together, and possibly with someone you hate, and possibly with someone that might want to eat you for breakfast. Sidebar, you guys know I love to draw. Well, I want to make like a drawing video one day, maybe like a speed drawing video where I draw like different people and you guess who they are or something like that. I don't know. I love drawing. I always wanted to be an animator, a Disney animator when I was young. I even used to try to sell my art at cons and online. I would make different prints, but I love animation. So I just want to talk about the animation in this movie. It's stunning. It's so beautiful. I have heard some gripes about the art style in it, but I love it. I think it's great. So I just mean it when I say it. The animation is breathtaking. And if you haven't watched it yet, make sure you have Kleenex next to you, because like from the middle of the movie to the end, I was crying. And it wasn't just bad tears, it was happy tears. There was just so many emotions. No one left that theater with a dry eye. Even grown men were crying by the end of the movie. And when I saw it, when I sat down to see it, I thought it was going to be one of those cliche robot movies like Wall-E, Iron Giant, Big Five or Big Six, I don't remember. But it's like it blows those movies out of the water. Speaking of water, nice segue there. This might be a little bit too much TMI, but I don't care. I usually don't like going to the movies because I have a very small bladder and I also have anxiety. And when I go to the movies, I have to go to the bathroom at least once, sometimes twice. And the whole time I'm sitting there thinking in my head, when is the best part possibly to get up where I won't miss too much? And then I have anxiety thinking I'm just annoying everyone around me. And then I have anxiety waiting for the movie to end so I can use the bathroom again. So I don't get to enjoy any of the movie. But in this movie, it was kind of a long movie. I'm not going to lie. There's one part where you think it's the end and you're like, oh, okay, it's the end of the movie. But then there's a whole nother ending that is has more action sequence, a lot of action at the end. But tell me why I didn't think about using the bathroom once during the movie. I enjoyed the whole movie. I didn't have anxiety about my bladder or having to get up. It was such a good movie. I think I might actually have to buy a physical copy. I don't remember the last time I bought a physical copy of a movie. And since we're on the topic of the best movie of the year, let's just talk about the worst movie of the year. Now, I haven't seen all the movies of the year, and trust me, we have bad movies every year for the last decade or so. So I'm sure there was worse movies, but I think it's safe to say that Joker was the worst movie of the year. I only saw 15 minutes of it. I didn't want to watch it. My friend wanted to give it a shot, and I was like, dude, we're not going to be able to get 15 minutes in. And I was right. Yeah, I think that's all I got for this year. But I do want to know in the comments below, right? I want to know your opinion, your favorite movie, and your least favorite movie of the year. But we did it, guys. We made it through a year. Good job. You did so good. And I have faith in us. In the next year, the next 4 years, we got this. Give this one a big thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the new year. Boy, 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 boy.
Ladies and gentlemen.